Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of GOODWORLDRaw. I am one of your hosts and executive producer, Chi, and this is...
I'm Arian. I am creative director of GOODWORLDtv and also owner of SoapMagazine, Pop Culture Tokyo. And
where are we here today?
We're here today. We're here in Shinjuku at bar Tiki, right in Tokyo, Japan's red light district. And actually, Chi used to be a...
Yeah, I used to work here myself. And Tiki, as you can see, is a Polynesian-themed restaurant. But one of the reasons I love it the most is it's a bastion of foreign workers just living and working in Tokyo. If you can't teach English, if you can't, or you don't speak English, it's a good place to work because Tiki has a tradition of hiring foreigners, and a lot of the customers come to meet foreigners. When I was working here, you know, we had a United Nations of Chinese, Korean, Iranians, Americans. Our friend T here is from Laos, you know, it's a great place to work, and the community is really nice. And as you know, in Tokyo, there's not a lot. Some places aren't that open to foreigners working there, so it's a really, you know.
But not to scare you away, because foreigners do come to Japan not only to teach English, which was almost one of the #1 professions in Japan for foreigners, but myself, she loves it, but I hate teaching this. So I'm also an entrepreneur here in Japan, starting a magazine, but there's several different possibilities for people coming from all over the world to work in Japan. So don't limit yourself just to teaching English. Please look around. And this is pretty much what this is showing you. We're opening up your eyes to the world, pretty much showing you the inside of Japan, which a lot of things don't do.
And you know, I want to qualify. I don't like teaching English, like in general. I mean, I was an entrepreneur too. I started an anime studio with my friend, as you guys know if you saw any of the G-Pen podcast. But it's like you can always find something cool to do. You know, I actually teach English at a Korean school in Koreatown, that's also in Shinjuku, and I love it. As you probably see as you keep watching Good World, that we have a big international theme for international people, and as what a lot of people call third culture kids. You know, kids who grow up in multiple cultures. And my kids, they're all Zainichi Kankokujin. They're like Korean kids who were born in Japan. So they're already speaking 2 languages, and they're fun like that. So you can always find a little twist of something that fits you.
But don't think you don't have to learn Japanese when you come, because both Chi and I do speak some Japanese. Actually, Chi's a lot better than I am, but it does help you a ton because not everyone speaks English, but they do try.
And you probably can't see it, but this kid is also part Chinese.
Yes.
And so he speaks more Chinese than I do. So we got all covered.
Right. Chi is actually going to China later on in our season, and he should be getting some footage from China, bringing it straight to you at Good World. So please stay tuned for that.
Yes.
As well as we'll be covering so many things like nightlife, anime, pretty much anything that gets your tickled.
Yes.
So
So a little explanation about what GOODWORLDRaw is. As you'll probably see later on, that we'll have official episodes on things that we're going to do. But GOODWORLDRaw is like behind the scenes. Like today is a planning meeting, where this is I think our 3rd planning meeting since we actually decided to make, you know, production company together. So today's meeting, I think we were going to talk about several things. But
so like I said before. This particular meeting is about our pluses, minuses, and our needs for our current videos. So what we need to do is...
See, Arian saw some of the G-Pen podcast, so in other words, what he's saying is like, this is what sucked. And I'm going to let you know, don't let that suckitude be in Good World.
Right, as a creative director, you have to always be very stringent on what you can make for better. You got to always be pushing the bar, if you will. So the videos that you had before, which some of the pluses were beautiful and animated hosts, both you and Maki and your other host that you have on the show, Akira. They're all very animated. You guys had a very good thing with you guys. The thing is, of course, you know, you were not looking at the camera, which is very important to audiences. Good conversation on
Akira.
set.
There wasn't anybody named Akira.
I thought I saw it on the video.
Arika? Maybe?
Arika.
Okay.
Maybe it's too fast. It's a translation.
That's good. Yeah.
But excuse me. Good conversation on set, like we have, of course. But the music video was one of the ones actually, the Roppongi video, of course, but the beginning music on the Roppongi video was not that hot. So actually later in our podcast, I'll show you some of the music that we have. Also,
I should explain. So the Roppongi video is, if you guys can see it on YouTube and stuff, that was a joint we did with, what do you call it? watch turnhere.com, and our good friend Alan White produced that. But he also made the music himself, so you got to give him credit for just like being able to produce, edit, shoot, and make music. But you know, you can't be good at everything.
In other words, the music was whack, and we're choosing new music for the podcast because we're trying to make sure that we're up to date. So,
but you like the music on what was it, on the Tokyo Anime Fair?
Right, because I'm from LA, so
I'm from LA too.
But the thing is,
and Iowa,
rave scene in Los Angeles is such a big part of Los Angeles culture.
Yes.
And because the fact that I'm from LA and I like that type of stuff, it fit perfectly with the way you shot it. Like how you had everybody split scene. He says, you know, this person, Maki and she, and you're at the 5th annual anime convention. That was awesome. Actually, when I showed to my girl, she was like, yeah, this is really cool. This is what you're gonna be doing? I was like, yeah, SoapMagazine's coming up. GOODWORLDtv is about to take over. So we're making sure that we're gonna keep that energy. If you guys can check out on that, like you said, on YouTube as well as at SoapZine and at gpen.com.
The Tokyo Anime Fair music video is episode 6.02, I think, of I gotta get rid of those point systems, but of GPen, and we shot that at the Tokyo Anime Fair 2006, and the music was actually from podshow.net, and gotta put in a plug for all of our podcaster buddies out there and stuff. And I actually met some of the guys who run Podshow, but it looks like now you have to buy the music, but still got to give props out to the independent music out there.
Good wealth of music there. Also, if you want to see the actual video he's talking about, because you can't find a point system, go to soap-zine.com and go to GOODWORLDtv, and it's one of the videos there, and you can see it there. It's a very good video. She's a very good director, and I'm glad to be working with him.
I'll pop up the link on the videos later.
So one of the other things I was talking about is the cutscenes in the music video. We need more gripping cutscenes, because you cut out the sound and it was a good scene, but it needed to be like something that was like, oh, that's cool, and then music hits again. Like the way I love the music, it was like punching like this all the time. But then when the cutscenes happen, like you had to wait for what was going on in the scene to figure out why'd you cut for that particular scene. So something more strong. Good commentary on the Roppongi video. I love the relationship you have between you and Maki. Like how we were at the bar, you took the shot, and it was like that grin you had after you took the shot, like, you know, that was really good. But pretty much just more animated and creative ways of shooting the podcast. Also, and also my part filling in the music will actually make it more tasty. Another bad point, I'm just going on the minuses here, is because a lot of the, I guess, I'm glad you showed me the subtitle version of that, because a lot of it was in Japanese and your interviews were in Japanese. I guess we're in Japan, I can't really expect it all to be in English, but we're going to try so that way your reviews don't have to wait to hear us speak in English. But maybe the unedited was just mainly in Japanese. I was just looking at myself as a viewer. This is cool, it's in Japanese, but I still can't understand it. That's probably why I won't go to Japan. Needs. GWTV will need a combination of good interviews on the set with more English dialogue, since for our audience is American and or English speakers or international, Chinese, pretty much African, whoever you're at. The native language now is, of course, going to be English. And of course a mix between us and our beautiful hosts. Later on in our podcast you will definitely meet our female hosts, which are a great addition to our podcast.
And not just for looks, they're geeks too, and they know their stuff.
Hey, trust me, that's the best mix. You got beautiful shorty who's always playing games with you, man. That's what's up. Plus watching anime, you can't beat it. We need otaku girls. Anyway, we may or can incorporate the half wild on style, like the wild on E style, like how you did for Roppongi was like that looked like a wild on video style, like that was just perfect. But
my mom actually saw that video. It's the only GPen video she saw, and it's actually the only video I actually said sorry mom, because like a good 20% of it is shot in an adult sex shop. So I'm holding up underwear as Maki's holding up a dildo, and like another lady says, this is Japanese women's hero, and I say sorry mom, and my mom saw that.
And lucky for you, our viewers, I'm on board, so we're gonna have a lot more scenes with beautiful women and we're gonna have some good stuff, so please stay tuned. Okay. What else we got?
It's not just about the women.
Hey, I'm a dude. Okay. Also, we just gotta pick a good opening song for it. Oh, I have notes for myself. Opening song is very important.
Like I was saying, I don't mean to cut into your notes, but I was saying, like, for me, I know, like, you know, Scott, we're also my friend, producer in Hollywood, told me that, you know, packaging is king, and everyone says that. And I think so. Like, we need to get an opening so I can start putting stuff up.
Right.
And I think right now, let's just pick a song,
right.
even if it's not independent, and even if it's, you know, whatever, and just stick with it.